Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in the back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Okay guys, next fight. I put two characters that are pretty much empowered by magic or so. Both characters are very strong powerhouses. One is pretty much a childhood hero of mine. Before I got into comics, he was a childhood hero, pretty much still is. And the others, you know who. But I put He-Man versus Cain Marko, the Juggernaut. Yeah, I thought of this fight because for me, guys, I could see Juggernaut as a good addition to He-Man's Rogues Gallery for some reason. But let's get started, shall we? Let's talk about He-Man. Now, if you're like me, child of the 80s, you probably grew up with He-Man. And He-Man has that pretty much the complex of, you know, he's a mixture of Shazam and Superman at once to me. Because in the original series, Prince Adam don't look any different from He-Man, just that he gets a tan, pretty much. But when they did the remake in 2002, they really used more of Captain Adam, the boy becoming the man. He-Man is the greatest warrior of Eternia, and nobody really can match strength with him. He's the most powerful man in the universe, and he proves it on a daily basis. He defends Eternia from the forces of evil, from you name it, Skeletor, Cobra, you name it, any threat that comes to his father's kingdom. Yes, I should say that for his father's kingdom, Prince Adam is there to defend it as He-Man. Even though he has a good ally base to help him, you know, from Man-at-Arms to Teela, Ram Man, and Stratos, and Fisto, and I can go on and on with his allies. He-Man definitely is one of those characters you just like, okay, he's the real deal, despite what he looks like, or you know, the kind of the joke about, you know, blondes, but he's the real deal. And it's always a pleasure to see He-Man, and it's good to see that he's still as popular as he is today when I was a kid. Of course, he has his trusty steed, and I use the term steed lightly, Battle Cat. But one-on-one, it's not very wise to go one-on-one with He-Man. You know, you best bring your A game with He-Man, because if not, he's gonna make you look like a fool plenty of times. And it's always been a very, very battle of wits between him and his arch enemy Skeletor. You know, always. But you know, He-Man's just very powerful, very, very seasoned as a warrior, all around good character. Alright, so we move on. We'll move on to the stepbrother of Charles Xavier, and that's Cain Marko, aka the Juggernaut. Juggernaut, as you all know, first appeared in X-Men number 12. He is the brother of Professor Xavier, stepbrother. And he hated Charles from the get-go. His father didn't really love Charles's mother. He was just using her. And on a dig, Cain found the gem of Cyttorak. And he became pretty much the avatar of Cyttorak. and it gained him unlimited power as a human Juggernaut. Now, Juggernaut really has proven that he's one of those major powerhouses of the universe, of the Marvel universe. I mean, this guy has gone toe to toe with the Hulk, Thing, powerhouses like Colossus, many different powerhouses, and he doesn't back down from a challenge. You know, there are times where he's tried to go legit and be a hero, and I liked when he was a hero. I did. That was when he was rocking the black armor instead of the red. But over time, Cyttorak started to take his powers from him because he wasn't being bad anymore in a way. So Kane went back to his evil ways. Like He-Man, unlimited strength, pretty much the unstoppable as they call him. When he moves, get out of the way. Stay out of the way, because if not, you're getting run over. He's like a walking, breathing tank coming at you. And that's why I've always said, you know, he feels to me like he would be a very cool He-Man villain for He-Man's Rogues Gallery, like a character that can match up strength-wise with He-Man. That's something amazing to me. Juggernaut definitely has earned a lot of people's respect as probably being one of those classic X-Men villains. And at times he's one of those X-Men villains that has been able to transition outside of just the X-Men universe. I mean, he's been seen, you know, he's also, you can say, a Hulk villain as well as a Spider-Man villain, you know. So he's been able to transition outside just the X-Men. But we still have never really seen the true potential of the Juggernaut. They never really established how strong he really is, what he really can take, but he does have some weaknesses. Now, in terms of a battle, let's say Juggernaut was summoned by Skeletor to Eternia. Skeletor heard about this walking, breathing, you know, adversary that is probably just as strong as He-Man, and hires Juggernaut, summons him, and says, "We want you to take out He-Man." I could see this. This is how I picture the fight going. So basically, Juggernaut would be, you know, for hire. And Skeletor would promise him all this if he takes out He-Man, so Skeletor could take over Eternia, get the power within Grayskull and everything like that. So, bottom line, for me, that's how it would go. Juggernaut would underestimate He-Man because, you know, he looks like a pretty boy and things like that. But when it gets to the battle, yeah, then Juggernaut's going to have to take it seriously. He-Man always takes people seriously, but He-Man's going to have to be on his guard in this fight. It's going to be one hell of a battle, though, no doubt about it. In my opinion, it's going to come down to skill and who's seasoned. But who wins, guys? He-Man or Juggernaut? And other than that, guys, this is Mount Vernon Kid. Fight number 12 is down. Just a few more to go. And other than that, see you later. Battle on.